Sammy Yahood, incredible Egyptian, Israeli, British advocate for Israel, advocate for peace through strength, is combating more of these crazy Islamists in London, these crazy pro-Palestinians. I'm Tala Traveling Clat, your favorite Zionist prince. I'm literally minutes away from going to have lunch with Sammy right now, the person in this video. So go give him a bunch of love in the comments. Go send him some love, send him some follows. Sammy Yahood on all platforms. He will be linked in the description. And let's get into this.
Terrorist supporters of our streets!
Rape and enslavement of Jewish women. For it or against it? For it or against it? For it or against it?
Do you deny that Jewish women were raped and enslaved on October 7th? Are you for or against the enslavement of Jewish women? Rape and enslavement of Jewish women. For it or against it? What? You're currently protesting the showing of the true events that happened on October 7th. So I'm going to ask you again. Rape and enslavement of Jewish women, for it or against it? Rape and enslavement of Jewish women, for or against it? For or against it?
Palestine!
You're a street man.
Palestine!
Rape and enslavement of Jewish women, for or against it?
Free Palestine!
You're pro the rape and enslavement of Jewish women. You know that? Did Jewish lives matter? Do Jewish women's lives matter? Do Jewish women's lives matter? You're a sheep. You're all sheep.
Off our streets! Terrorist supporters of our streets! Terrorist supporters of our streets! Terrorist TikTok education, yeah? TikTok! Terrorist supporters of our streets!
Here's the thing. If the West had 1,500 Sammys, we'd be in a different position. But here's the thing. Sammy's born in the UK, raised in the UK to what I believe. Also Israeli. Now, he left the UK to come live in Israel. Why? Because he sees the tides turning. You guys are fucked. It's over. You're cooked. Now, if you had 1,500 Sammys on the streets, I think the situation would be totally different. I think it would be totally different. This man fights the narrative in the way that it needs to be fought. By shaming, by humiliating, by exposing. Powerfully, strongly, he gets in fights for it as well. And he exposes the violent tendencies of these Islamists in the UK and these pro-Palestine supporters in the UK. He does it frequently. But again, without multiple people like Sammy or people like Tommy Robinson out there in the streets advocating for this shit, as controversial as you want the two of them to be, which they can be controversial to certain people, okay? As controversial of a label you want to put on them. The truth is, you need people like him, you need people like Tommy, you need people like Sammy out there in the streets fighting this scum face to face and exposing them. And you're going to run out of... That's the thing, is Sammy already saw the tides turning. He saw the writing on the wall. He's out. He's in Israel now. You know, he's working to go to the West, and he goes to the UK frequently, and he wants to go to America. He's going on tour in America, by the way, in October, I believe. So support him down below in the description by following his page, and keep an eye on that if you guys can bring him to speak. I know he's looking for different venues to speak in. So if you like what he does, down below in the description. He's a Mizrahi Jew just like me, Egyptian. Fantastic guy, really, really smart guy, really well put together, really on it, really strong. If we had more people like him willing to stay and fight, it would be a totally different situation. But again, when you see the writings as a wall, as a Jew, it's hard to stay in the West. It really is. It's very difficult. When you don't see the people of the West, not saying that the Jews aren't the people of the West as well, because by all intents and purposes, Jews very, very much integrate into Western society well. But from the same perspective, when you see the writing on the wall and you realize it's a sinking ship, and nobody in the West is willing to fight for it, how are you going to convince a person like Sammy to stay? How are you going to be able to do it? You can't do it. You see that it's a sinking ship. You got to bounce. You got to bounce off the sinking ship. We love Sammy. We stand Sammy here on the channel. I'm going to go have lunch with Sammy right now. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Please do support Sammy Yahood down below in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you a long time. Goodbye, class.
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.